Hey everyone, about 2 weeks ago I picked up my 2019 Triton 206 Allure from the boat dock in Lomira, Wisconsin. This is the second boat I had a chance to purchase from them. I had 2017 206 Allure prior to this boat. Excited about the new 250 Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke motor they put on this thing. It's an absolute beast and it's great so far having it out in the water. But today I just wanted to run you through kind of why I decided to go with another Allure versus a fish hunter for my personal needs, and then basically how I set it up from a trolling perspective. I just want to do a couple videos for you on how the boat's laid out, some of the features and characteristics of the boat that I think make it work really well, and mostly for me work efficiently. So I thought today I would run through the trolling setup and how I think it works out extremely well for that application. So I'm gonna get up here and spin the camera around because all I have is an iPhone. So we'll start here at the back. So back of the boat, we got the classic 2 jump seat configuration here in both corners. I like that because it gives you a chance to not have to have the pedestal seats in. It gives you an absolute ton of room across the whole back of the boat. When we actually get back to the trolling portion of it, I'm gonna kneel down here. What you'll see is you got your trolling rods back here across the back, so you can put all 6 here. Let's say you're gonna run 8. In my case, I got the Cisco rod holder that I'm able to put another rod into for a total of 8 rods I can run up on plane on, have no concerns about them coming out. The next part is a planer board storage. Now, I don't know if everyone's using it this way. Something I figured out in the last one that I thought I would share with everyone today is the ability to be able to put your planer boards right back behind this jump seat. So it's quick, it's efficient. You can throw them in, slide them in. You can fit 4 across there, no problem. 5 will fit, but you know how often you're really running 10 sets of planer boards. Once again, the jump seats here, good comfortable spot for the kids to be able to hop into. They definitely like riding back here. And then from the inside, these things flip up and over. Lots of storage in here, so a bunch of worms, tools, fenders, rod sleeves, big Odyssey battery, some other stuff tucked up in the corners in there. So lots of storage, lots of room there. But once again, for me, it's how quick and easy I can go and put this rod out, deploy the lure back, be able to grab this board. It's not on the floor. It's not laying around anywhere weird. I don't have to worry about it blowing out. I run right down the highway with these things sitting back here. I've had no issues with them, being blown out of the boat or anything else. Sliding over, up here, got 2 different spots. Obviously, seat pedestal locations. Works great for pliers. Not a huge fan of the net in the back, but it's a great spot back here to be able to stick the net in. Obviously, a real deep spot, so it can go here. But when you're on the fish, pounding fish, it's really easy to be able to grab the net right here and be able to go ahead and make sure that fish gets inside the boat. So great little spot for that. This year I switched over to Garmin electronics. So we got the 9-inch unit here. We have 4 total inside this boat. So the advantage to me of the Garmin so far is being able to use a live scope. I was a Lowrance user previously. So far, everything else is exactly what I was used to and what I enjoy with Lowrance. But in this case, I get live scope. I also get a pretty cool feature from Garmin where these units actually can pop right out. So from a storage perspective, I can take these out, be able to store them inside the boat, inside the truck, inside the hotel room, whatever it might be when we're traveling. But if I want to, I can move this graph from here to the bow of the boat, vice versa. A graph goes out, whatever happens, it's literally plug and play. You can go ahead and drop it in, snap it in, and it does not move. So a very cool thing. Down here, Stabill mount, something I'm using different from the past as well. These are nice. You can quick rotate on here so you have the right position based on where you're fishing and where you're standing inside the boat. They lock down very, very well. So I'm very happy with how that actually turned out. So that's that with the Garmin. Same thing over here. Got the 3 rod holders again. Got the Cisco rod holders. No problem. They'll carry 8 rods at a time. Quick pull these out. Another jump seat application. Down here inside the jump seat, you got your battery charger. In this case, I got a couple extra planer boards, some weights. But the other part is I can fit a whole bunch of extra 3,700 plano boxes. This week, been out trolling the flicker minnows in size number 9. It's definitely been a hot bait for me lately. So quick and easy access. I can just put them down here. So I'm not trying to go up to the bow of the boat or anywhere else to go find the tackle that's important to me or that I need at this time. So once again, I'll drop these right back in. Pretty easy to get to. One of the tips I have for you though is to add 3M tape. So I have 3M clear tape. It starts right here, runs on over to the other side. The advantage of that to me is no scratches, blemishes, anything else that could happen from the back of this planer board rubbing on there. You know, I had that 2017 Allure as well, and I had that for 2 years, and I used that same setup the entire time, and I felt like it was extremely effective, very efficient, and I never had any scratches, no issues, nothing back there. But that 3M tape just really ensures that nothing happens and from the back side of it. From a live well perspective, nice big live well, nice and deep. Typically, I'll have in a couple weeks here, a ruler goes across this section here, and then of course there'll be a rod on here to be able to hold this thing open. For some reason, it'll just miss. So that's that. Live well divider, be able to move that up and down. It'll separate your fish as needed. And then of course, it locks down nice and tight. 2 cup holders as well, so when you're back here in the back of the boat, it's easy to access your beverages and your drinks. So that's it. So I'll give you a quick overview one more time of what the whole back looks like, the setup. So for me, quick, easy, accessible, and efficient, right? I'm not getting up, not having to bend way down, and not worried about where my stuff is. I can run across the lake at 60 plus miles an hour, nothing's flying out, blowing out, falling out. So everything works really well to get to your spot, everything's ready to go, and it's really easy for myself, my co-angler, to be able to get all the rods in the water as fast as possible. All right, well, thanks a lot. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message.